In this podcast, we want to talk about a myth. This myth concerns China. Everybody knows that right now, China is a dangerous country for many people, not only for the US or Europe, but also for humanity, because this system considers that its dogma is the right way to see everything. So we know that with their cyber attacks, with their proxy wars, they want to control other countries. And more or less it's logical for this kind of power. But the idea is that we think that China is a superpower. We did the same mistake with Russia. In reality, we overestimate the power of China. Maybe in the near future, we have, it's correct, a problem because there is a danger. But in long term, there is a big difference. Why? Because China politics for the one and only one child was a disaster and a failure of its system. And right now, China makes what? The promotion in its families to get more children. So they have a problem with the population, they have their economy in trouble, they have problem also with jails, they have problem also in technology, and we think that they solve every kind of problem for this country. It's wrong. So we can see now the first traces of this kind of problems, and we can see that there is a difference between the near term and the long term distance. So if we want to see the tactics, we can see that yes, indeed, now it's a problem and it's a dangerous problem. But this thing will evolve. And why? Because the internal problems of China are bigger than the others. So we have to avoid to overestimate and to consider that China is a superpower, because we did the same mistake also with Russia. It's only a power, it's not a rising superpower, it's not the case, and we have to think in a different way how we consider China. So there is a difference between the tactics for the near future and the strategy for the long-term future. And we have to do this thing to imagine how we can change not only our strategy, but also our intention about that. Because if we continue to think that it's only an extrapolation of what we see now, well, we have other problems. So the idea, if we want to talk about global strategy, is to realize that we are not consider anymore China as a superpower for the long-term strategy.